Tomorrow marks 60 years since the historic march in Washington brought thousands of activists to our nation's capital, one of whom lives right here in Topeka. 13's Callie Hultis brings us her story.
There were thousands of people, mostly sitting on the grass, lots of conversations, people mingling, not necessarily that they knew each other, but they all had a common purpose in being there.
Barbara Laval Runge was just 17 years old when she joined alongside thousands of other activists in the 1963 March on Washington. She says her upbringing never led her to subscribe to racist beliefs.
I grew up sitting at a table with black and white, didn't realize that was not normal, because it still wasn't. And that was just the way I experienced life.
Runge was about to start the 7th grade when the Brown versus Board of Education desegregated schools.
That morning before I left for school, my dad said, "Things could be ugly today at school. Do what you know is right."
That day, she was the only white student in her class openly willing to sit next to their new black classmate, a girl named Pinky that she'd known for years.
And I just said, "I'll sit with Pinky. I know her and she's my friend." She started to cry, and she said, "I was so scared." And I started to cry too, but I said, "You can't cry because they win if you cry."
Over time, Runge became interested in the work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She was a senior in high school when she caught wind of the march.
Every Saturday of my senior year, I was going to school learning how to protest. Because basically, as a white girl, I didn't really know how to protest. I guess I thought that you just kind of stood up and let people know what you thought. And I found out that's not the way it works. You actually don't do that. What you do it is by your presence alone. Because being white in a sea of black people means something.
Along the way, she met Miss Emma, a black woman who had become Runge's chaperone to the march and lifelong friend. Together, they embarked on the journey from Kansas City to Washington, D.C.
A lot of ugly people along the way who wanted to stop us or disrupt us. And Miss Emma would hold my hand and she said, don't look at them, don't say anything, just keep walking. Just keep walking." And that's what we did. We just kept walking.
For 13 News, I'm Callie Holthouse.
Callie, thanks. Amazing story there. Runge continues to advocate for anti-racism today.